again, same day. About half an hour later. Um, I've been watching Steve Wilkos for a little while, and I decided to do another rant, not about homosexuality at all. It's about relationships. I just can't seem to wrap my mind around all these little girls going on the Steve Wilkos show talking about something. I love him, but he beats me and my kid. What the hell is wrong with you girls? Now, I can understand if he's holding you hostage and you can't leave at all no matter what you do. I mean, you run out and he come out of nowhere like frickin' Michael Myers, beats the crap out of you and drags you back. Even still, when you get away, first thing you do is call the cops. Even if you don't trust the cops, they will at least put his stupid ass in jail. Because if you got bruises on you, and you're bloody, and you're hysterical and crying, and you call the cops, and the cops get to you, and he shows up, and they look at him, and they look at you, no matter what size you are, females, they'll put his stupid ass in jail. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't work for everybody because some of these guys travel in packs like wolves, and they call one person, all their phones ring. Yeah, she locked them up. We're gonna fuck her up. Some girls don't have anywhere else to go, but I'm like this. If I was in an abusive relationship and I didn't have anywhere else to go because of whatever reason, they don't like the fact that I went with him in the first place, and I was being abused, I don't care if I had 4 kids. I would take my kids, I'd go in a homeless shelter. I would take a knife, and if I had money, I'd grab all the money I had, his money too, and I'd get the hell out of there. I'd rather stay in a homeless shelter than have my kids watch their father beat the shit out of me. And some of these chicks are like, oh, way back when we first got together was when you first got together. It's not the same anymore, apparently, because back then he wasn't beating the hell out of you. If it's that bad that you need to call Steve and go on national television and embarrass yourself because people are going to think of you as stupid, and embarrass your husband who's, I mean, even if you two don't go home together, you still got to go back to his house to get his crap, or he's got to come to your house to get his crap, or whatever. You two are going to meet up again. After the cameras are off, he will beat the hell out of you. I would just rather, you know what, in all honesty, what I would do if I was in any abusive situation. See, I'm going to culinary school, and you learn a lot of good things in culinary school. Me? You ever cooked sugar? Where you take a whole bunch of sugar, you put it in a pot, you fill it up with just enough water just to submerge it all in water, and you turn the stove up on high, and you let it cook. It turns into like a caramelish kind of color. It gets up to 320 degrees, and it sticks. I would have made sugar art on his face. Okay? Seriously. Alright, he would have had angel hair coming off his body from his face. You would just see, ah! Woo! Woo! It wouldn't have been, And see, I'm actually one of the lucky ones because I've got my older brother and his 12, 16, 58 best friends who were all strong as hell. All I gotta do is call up one of my brothers and sniffle. And then they knock at the door. Guns blazing. If they don't have guns, fist blazing. Doesn't matter. They don't need guns. You know, because... See, that's just me. Ladies, let me tell you this right now. And I hope I'm reaching out to somebody. And I'm gonna get completely serious. No more jokes. If you are with a man or woman, guys, if you're with a woman or a guy, anyone out there, if you are being physically abused, if you're being mentally and emotionally abused, verbally, any sort of abuse, it's abuse. It doesn't matter. Get away. It's not worth it. It doesn't matter how much you love this person. It doesn't matter what they've done for you in the past. Because it's not worth the future you're going to have with them. It's not worth the thought that you might not have a future. Get away. You can start you may not have to start a new life, but you can restart your life without this person. You know how much freedom you're probably raping yourself of right now because you're not leaving? It doesn't matter if you have 6 kids with this guy or woman. It doesn't matter what they have. You could have been 12 years old on the street and they picked you up and took care of you and you two got married. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because the future that they're giving you is not worth it. There's no point in being miserable in your own house. Honestly. There's no point. My own grandmother was emotionally and verbally abused all her life. Now she is just timid as hell. And we can't get her to break any of the habits that this asshole got her going through. And he's got one foot in the door and the other one in the grave. He's going straight to hell. There's no way around it. And my poor grandmother is sitting upstairs in the kitchen, timid as hell, cooks him dinner every night. He don't never say thank you. He treats her like shit. And she don't deserve it at all. So, I mean, if my mother wasn't here, I don't know what she'd be going through right now. My mother's the only one in this house. My mother, myself, and my brother are the only ones in this house that would talk to him the way he talks to us. And he don't do it no more. He ain't got the strength to because he knows we will argue back and we will win. Because he ain't got shit on me or my brother. But you guys, even if you don't have anybody, you got yourself. You have your sanity, or what little you may have left. You got to save yourself. This person can't help you no more. If they are putting you through windows or making you depressed, mental, physical, emotional, verbal, it's all abuse. If they're abusing you in any way, you got to get up and you got to leave. You got to put your foot down. You got to leave. You just got to leave. There's no way around it. There's no way you can defend someone who's abusing you. You can't say, oh, he hits me because I do this. It doesn't matter. You got to get out of there. And ladies, for some of you chicks out there, y'all deserve to get hit. If you out there screwing a whole bunch of dudes behind your man's back and he's taking care of your kids and they ain't his, and he gets pissed off with you one day, y'all get into an argument, you like, hit me, and he clocks you, you deserved it. You deserved it, because that's mental abuse you're putting him through and emotional abuse you're putting him through, unless he's doing the same thing. If both of y'all are swinging, there's no point in being in that relationship, period. If he out there cheating with 16 girls, and you out there cheating with 16 guys, just leave. There's no point. Honestly, there's no point. Relationships are very confusing, and there's often two sides to every story. But if one side is, I love him, or I love her, and I do everything for her, I cook, I clean, I take care of the kids while they're at work, and when they come home, if it's not the way that they want it to be, I have to do it all over. They call me stupid, they call me a whore, or a dumbass, or pencil dick, or they hit me in the face with a frying pan, or he puts my face through a plate glass window. You need to leave. If the other side is, my favorite one, God put women here to obey men, you gotta leave his crazy ass. Or, when I put that ring on his finger, I owned him. You gotta leave her crazy ass, or his crazy ass. There's no point in being in an abusive relationship. You're not gonna get nothing out of it. And even if they do change, they hit you once, it's like they never changed at all. Okay, we were in a relationship for 6 years. He abused me for 4. We got him help. We had 2 years together, and he didn't abuse me ever again. I thought life was going to be great. And then one day he got pissed off, and he hit me. And he looked at me like, oh my God, I'm never going to do that again. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to go back to the way I am. Next morning, he hits you again. Then he hits you again. And then he remembers all the shit you put him through. And then he's going to beat the bricks out of you. You see it all the time on TV. It's all true. That's usually exactly how it happens. That's why they do it. Get away. Please, just get away. For your sake, for the sake of your health, and if you have children, for the sake of your children, get away. Alright? Peace.